What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us on the Daily Smoke. I'm your boy, Brother Jam.
Brother Los.
Brother Blackhand.
And we have a very special guest joining us today, our resident Queen Mother. And I'm sure if you've been watching the show like she does, if you've been watching the show like she does, she is no stranger to you. We have the Honorable Miss Pierce sitting with us. She's decided to join us on today's show. And I'm so happy that she decided to join the show. Y'all just really don't understand. This woman is like the sweetest on the face of the planet, I swear. But we're gonna talk.
Right. Happy birthday to Jam.
Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah. Nah, just another year, brother. You know.
48.
Got it. Yeah. 48. Yeah. You watched the show. I'm 48 now, 2 years away from 50. So you know, it's been a this year especially has been an interesting damn ride.
Right.
I am in a completely different place from where I had intended to be a year ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely because back then I wasn't even doing the podcast yet. So I was still just focusing on work and that was it. You know, and my kids. And now to be where I am and having the chance to sit with the people that I've had the chance to sit with and meet the people that I've had the chance to meet, man.
Learn all the shit we've learned.
You know, and this is not by any means a confession of complacence. I'm not, when I say this, I don't, that's not to say, of course, I'm not still going to be pushing and going for us to grow and get bigger and, you know, do better things. But if this is all we ever got, you know, our little 1,000 followers and getting to meet people like Miss Pierce and things like that.
Right.
The people that we've met, the community that we've had a chance to be a part of, that to me made all the time, the energy, and the effort worth it. You know what I mean?
And that's been less than a year that we've been.
Exactly. This is what we've been able to do in less than a year.
Right.
And I mean, dude, we've grown, you know, and that has been a tiresome but incredible ride, you know. Yeah. And I'm so glad.
Miss Pierce.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I've been able to share it with all of y'all, and I'm so glad I've been able to share it with these brothers, man. And if I could, just for a moment, let me talk about my brothers, okay?
Yay.
I work with three incredible individuals when it comes to the subject of this podcast.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, if I could duplicate this work group, this group of brothers with a focus and a mind towards attention and taking care of their business, if I could duplicate this in any other situation, there is no way I would not be successful. You know,
right.
This is the kind of group, this is the kind of team that these brothers have put their heart, sweat, blood, and tears into this, and we make it happen. And I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity to take this ride with y'all, man. You, Los, sometimes you can be a bit of a slave driver, brother, but you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that about you because, man, sometimes you need that stern voice because in the back of your head, you already hear it, but to hear it externally, sometimes you need to do that shit. You know, just get it done, man. Just get it done.
That's all it
you
is.
know,
we want to get somewhere. Let's get somewhere. I'm 57. Ain't that much time. We got to do this now.
Man.
Y'all get to enjoy 10 years more than I do, so I want to get there now.
And of course, we know Brother Ron is you know, the brains of the operation. He holds everything together, man. He is literally the glue that keeps the Daily Smoke running. You know, what would our shows be without Bobby?
Right,
you know,
right.
He makes sure that we stay on point all the time. Yeah, we're gonna have some errors and things like that. Some things beyond even our control.
Right.
But to say that if you keeping us straight 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I'm good.
We're good.
Trying to make it look good.
Hey, man, and we appreciate it.
We don't even worry about it when that shit is starts to mess up now.
Exactly. It's just a part of the show. We've learned how to deal with
it. Go
it.
live. Anything can happen at any given time. What's up, Michael?
Oh yeah, Mr. Horn is out there. What's up, brother?
Should have had him bring you a slice of that cake, man. Damn.
Oh man, my daughter made me a cake, dude. Okay, so I asked her for a lemon cake with chocolate icing. That's my favorite. You know, simple, classic. I like that old school, you know, kind of cake. And man, this girl managed to make a cake that I was just like, okay, she I raised a talented child, man. I'm not a religious person, and but I use the term to just express gratitude. I am blessed. I really am blessed with an incredible life, incredible opportunities in front of me, incredible experiences behind me, and the opportunity to really make a difference, even if it's just in a little corner of the world. I get the chance to make that difference, man, and I thank y'all for that. I really do. I thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to do this with you, man.
Wow.
So thank y'all. And Ron, I know you out there watching, so if you hear me, thank you, brother, for everything you do. It was never unappreciated, and I'm so glad I have the opportunity to work with you, man. So okay.
So now, do you do a birthday resolution?
Yeah, for me, most people get excited about January 1st, but my New Year's thing is kind of my year, So for year one with me, that was August 31st. So for me, this is the time when I give myself, I don't really do resolutions per se, but I try to hold myself accountable for the year, and I look back over what I said I was going to do and what I actually got accomplished.
Right.
And then I set the new goals for myself.
Right.
So it's just a question of I think it's a question of holding yourself accountable, taking stock of what you've actually done, because sometimes we don't pause to appreciate the things we actually got accomplished.
Right.
You have to give yourself credit for those things too. Right. Yeah, you might have to beat yourself up about a few things, but you got to give yourself credit for the goals that you did accomplish.
For sure.
So none of us are perfect. Just take your time, deal with things as they come, but you gotta hold yourself accountable, man. That's
says breathe.
Exactly, brother. Exactly.
Slowly exhale.
But
so
okay,
all come together.
I'm gonna get into these bills real quick so we can acknowledge our affiliates and associates. We're gonna start off with our brothers over at Bangin' 832 Radio, and if you want to check them out, go to bangin832.com. They do put up episodes of the Daily Smoke every Sunday at 7 p.m. So if you want to check us out on their platform, you can do that outside of YouTube, and their whole platform has other radio content. They are basically a web-based Houston radio station. So the kind of music you might like to hear if you grew up here in Houston, if the kind of content that you're looking for, things like the Daily Smoke, if you're looking for stuff like that, please go check out Bangin' 832 Radio. Bangin832.com. Our brothers over there.
832 Houston.
Right. Bangin' 832 Houston. You know my radio DJ voice. All right. So we also got our sister over at Tamia's Touch of Care. And thank you, Tamia. She actually reached out to me personally today to wish me a happy birthday. So I do appreciate it, sister. Tamia's Touch of Care. If you want to get with life, get a massage.
Touch my body.
How can I forget? Tamia's Touch of Care Massage Therapy, and you can contact her at www.tamiaanderson.com. Like I said, if you want to get with life, get a massage. But incredible human being, she really is serious about what she does, and the results show. You can listen to some of the episodes from the Taboo Tuesdays and the Long Live the Arts with the Word Mortician, and she can attest firsthand.
She'll be on soon again, coming up.
Oh yeah, that's right. We do have her coming back on.
So yeah.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you do want to get a massage, and a good massage on a regular basis really makes a difference. Treat yourself, as the young folks say.
Those birthdays, you're gonna need a serious massage.
I need one now, okay?
You know what I'm saying?
I need one now.
Wake up and feel shit you ain't never felt before.
Dude,
what's
why
that?
you playing? I woke up this morning with a hinge in my side, and I was just like, damn, I was like, I know I didn't have this when I went to sleep. What the hell?
I slept wrong.
I
must have slept wrong.
But anyway, so getting back to the South Park Coalition, 35th anniversary show on September 10th. Right, if I can get it right.
That's coming right up.
That's right around the corner, y'all. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, please go to Eventbrite, get your tickets. They are, $25 pre-sale. Yeah, $25 pre-sale. VIP is $50, and the tickets at the door will cost you $30. So you do want to get your tickets ahead of time, if at all possible. Hey, I know it's only $5, but $5 is $5. Right. But please check that out, man. It's going to be an amazing show. Like I said, September 10th is right around the corner, so get your tickets now. And if you love Houston hip hop, just like with the Bangin' 832, this is going to be a show you don't want to miss, y'all.
Right.
And last but not least, let's talk about Shrine of the Black Madonna, the original Buy Black Marketplace. And they hold this every first and third Saturday of the month. This is at 5309 MLK Boulevard here in Houston, Texas. And if you want to register as a vendor, you can go to always mess this up, thebuyBlackMarketplace.com. And you can register to be a vendor. And if you just want to support Black businesses, please check this
Go
out.
there and buy it.
Yeah, if you're from Houston, you're familiar with the Shrine of the Black Madonna,
Right.
5309 MLK, and go check them out every first and third Saturday a month. So wait, that's coming up this Saturday, right?
Right, because this is
Right, because tomorrow's the first. So this Saturday they're going to be out there with the vendors, and so like I said, if you want to support Black businesses, this is definitely a good event to try and attend.
It's Labor Day weekend, so they may have some special stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Some deals going on.
Right.
And last but not least, of course, if you do want to find out about any of the vendors that I talked about, anybody that's affiliated with us, please go to our website, www.thedailysmoke.com. We appreciate you going there because that not only lets us know who's interested in our show, but at the same time, it also helps support our affiliates. You know, we put up links for everybody's information who we're affiliated with. So that way, if you need to find any of their businesses, you can go straight to our website. And if you do want to donate to us, please check out our Cash App at $TD, that share button, and please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, because we really appreciate it. You know, we just trying to make a little something out of nothing.
So we're trying to bring this content to them. It's all about the people. They know that. Miss Pierce knows that. This is about them.
Right?
You know, and that's why we want them to come to us and be here, be part of the experience that we're here. You know, like Miss Pierce has been. This is like the third, fourth time with us, right?
Yeah, and my
She was
publisher is
on-
here. She's a little.
Okay, nice.
She's running a little late because she's got some other stuff that she's doing, but
Okay.
she really wanted to be here, and I see that she made it. So we're
That's
thankful
good.
for that.
Yes. So you know what? So we'll get to it. And our special guest today, of course, is Miss Pierce, and we're here to talk about the disintegration of the Black family.
Yeah,
Also-
we don't talk about it like that.
Right, and she's also brought us a copy of her book there, Black Men Are No Good. If so, it is the Black Woman's Fault by Evelyn Jewel Pierce. So make sure y'all check that out. You can get that on Amazon. We each got a copy here too. There's one for you there, Brother Ron. So we need to check it out. So you know, she wants us to critique
Can't
her
wait
book
to
for
read
her.
it.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is a great gift. So so make sure y'all check it out. So without further ado, here we go. Queen Mother,
Hey,
Evelyn Pierce.
Thank you again for joining us, and especially for joining us on my birthday. I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me that you came out for us. So, why don't you tell us about the book?
the book is a project of 1991
Okay.
that was interrupted due to, I'll say, thievery.
Okay. Sounds like an interesting story, just even outside the book.
Well, it is, but you know, I could allow myself to fall into that. You know, you just can't trust people, or you can't. Well, you know, we can't trust each other,
Yeah.
and that's not really true because it happens in all races. And it just so happened that it happened to me. But now I'm looking at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yes, you are. Yes,
and
you are.
and this young sister right here is really, she made it happen. I mean, it's such a fairy tale, I'll say, if you want to call it that. But I mean, one day I realized I'm crying about the book not being, and then all of a sudden there it is. It was like I was crying last week, and but
Just out of nowhere, out of thin air almost.
so you know it's.
So, and you are?
I'm Marcita Jordan. I am the CEO, publisher, and editor of Full House Publishing and Bookstore.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate
That's
it.
our theme, manifesting your dreams.
So you helped her put the book out when it looked hopeless
Yes.
from your original plan.
Yes. And the ton of things that she did to she's a school teacher. She was involved. I'll say she was involved in a whole lot of stuff that I didn't even. It's like, man, I don't even know how she gonna do it. But she did it.
But she's got that drive.
And then look, if we believe in God and we believe in angels, we believe in answered prayers, she's the answer to a prayer. She's the fulfillment of a dream.
Right.
And it's still ongoing. And she's the one that changed my title because she said it would make it more intriguing. So you don't want to give up all your information.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I've noticed that you kind of lure you in with a question like, if this is so, is this going on? So when you decided, how did you find out, or how do you come into the picture as far as getting the book out is concerned?
Well, I had gone through the process of self-publishing and doing my books, and we have a mutual friend, loved one, and he said, hey, I think she'll be a good fit for you. And we were introduced, and from there it was a relationship. It wasn't just a client publisher relationship. It turned into more of a friendship, maybe mother-daughter type thing. And that's what Hull House Publishing does. Miss Evelyn is the epitome of how we go through the process of helping you to birth your book. And we're going through all of those emotions. We're going through the highs, the lows, the cheers, the tears, and then you finally have your baby in your hand. When you birth that book and you're actually holding it in your hand, that is the greatest emotion. And so we were able to go through that together because I have the ASPP, which is the assisted self-publishing. I don't take over your rights. I'm not over your distribution. This is your company. It becomes your company. But I do assist you through the process. And I feature all Black independent authors. So if you go on my website, you'll see my Black Excellency Universe. It is all independent Black authors. And their books are accessible on my website. It's their direct link, so you buy from them. I'm not getting any of the money. So I want to try to boost those sales for independent Black authors, because if you know anything about publishing, self-publishing, it's work. It's work. We don't have backings. We are investing our own money. We're investing our own time. We're out there grinding and putting our material out there. We're our own marketing company. We're our own,
social media and everything.
Yes,
you handling all of
we
that
have
by
to
yourself
do
now.
all of that. And so I want to do whatever I can to help those Black authors to come up.
Okay. That is so great. Okay. So
We help podcasts.
but you know who I was thinking? I was thinking about Professor J. If I remember right, I think he was self-published. I wonder if he was an author that we had on way back in. Professor J, if you're out there watching, you haven't been on the show in a while, so call me. Holler at your boy. I'm sure you've got something coming up. But anyway.
He wrote like fairy tales.
Yeah, he did Black children's books,
or in an urban way.
Yeah, I won't say
beauty.
Black, but it was really interesting stories, and so I can see the definite value, because he talked about the difficulties that he had in trying to self-publish. So I can definitely see the value in somebody who knows the ropes and can actually teach somebody how to get out there. Okay, so I could talk about this all night. So I'm an avid fan of readers and authors. So this is up my alley.
And poetry, and she's a poet.
Oh yes, I'm a poet. I do, like I did had a show Saturday. Had a show Saturday in Third Ward.
Okay.
So I'm featured on. No, it was at Club 3710 Lounge.
We went to some poetry and
Puff poetry events. That was a couple weeks ago. But okay.
So she got.
I got a lot of stuff going on. So when she said, I have a lot of stuff.
Our show, we have a Long Live the Arts with the word Letitia, and that's where you could come in and for your poetry.
We definitely love to have you back on the show as a part of that, because she is a poet laureate, if I remember correctly. So she's like our resident arts lady. So we'd love to have you back on. We don't You better not run out of here too quick because we want to talk to you.
I'm here.
Okay.
Where's your tissue?
Oh, she's on. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank you
was
so
waving.
much, sis.
I was waving.
We appreciate you. I appreciate all the love and affection. I feel it. I feel the love.
That'd be good. So we can have you back for sure. So we want to make sure we can speak with that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Bring the tissue. That usually airs on
Thursday.
Thursdays. And we record for that on Saturdays. Yeah. And whenever you can, try to get you in as best we can.
So let's talk about the subject for the show, and I appreciate y'all indulging me, taking us off about the book. I really thank y'all for letting us do that. But as far as the subject is concerned, so let's talk about the disillusion of the Black family. Now, in your mind, how do you see the situation? Where would you start that conversation?
I'd start the conversation in the beginning, God. That's where I'd start it.
Okay.
Because I believe that has been the biggest problem for the Black family as of late. And I mean, quite a few years. I'm saying as of late, it's not like it was 2017. I'm talking about maybe it began to dissolve in the 80s, but that's only superficial.
Okay.
Because I really did think about when did it start? It started in the eating of the forbidden fruit. That's where the dissolution of all families came.
Okay.
And whether we want to accept that as a realness or not, I don't believe that we can disprove it, other than the fact that we can say, well, we don't believe in that story. But again, that story has a great impact on me because I once upon a time didn't believe it either.
Okay.
So I believe that I can speak from experience, not just somebody that heard about something I'm talking about. I was in a moment of the other side. I'll call it the other side.
Okay.
And you are one of the great inspirers of when I think about how I really can associate the godness, I'll say, and the atmosphere, because you like that kind of stuff. See,
Yeah.
and so that's like he knows what I'm talking about. he might not accept it the way that I said, but see, I've never heard you say anything contrary to it, even though you say, well, that's, but I came up this way and I came up that way, but see, it's something
I'll
deeper.
I'll address that by just saying that my belief is my belief,
Sure
and
enough.
I never try to take anyone away from
Yeah.
their belief.
Yeah.
If you
yeah.
ask me, I'll tell you. We can have that conversation, but I leave it to other people to lead that conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to beat anybody over the
No,
head with
you
what
don't.
what my beliefs are. So I believe in letting people,
Do them.
do
And
what
that's what I love about
if
you.
it drives you forward, if it gives you hope, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I
If
love
that
about
works for you.
it. Yeah. And you also, the thing also that inspires me is, see, I'm also, not only do I watch The Daily Smoke, I watch it because it's inspiring. It's intelligent. I'll put it like that. It's intelligent, but simply intelligent, which brings me back to why I believe what I believe about what I'm saying. I am 74, and I have not seen, I've seen stuff, but I haven't seen anything that has not gone back to its original state or worse.
Okay.
And that's with the state and condition of Black people, period. But I can say Black people because I'm Black, but it's across the board. It's not something that belongs to one race, but this particular issue, in my opinion, does. Because I think that the Black men and also the Black women have been done disservices,
Okay.
that we need mental healing.
Yes, I would agree
We
with
ne-
you wholeheartedly.
We
on
need
that one.
mental healing. I don't understand why all of a sudden it becomes about mental issues for Black people. We've always needed it. Why all of a sudden, oh, they need some help? But okay, and where are we going to get it? And how did we get here? By being enslaved and not being able to be free as we have been told.
There is a term, and I'm failing right now at trying to remember the correct word for it. But what it is it's a study that they've done to look at how stress and like horrible situations can affect epigenetics is what it's called.
All right.
I'm sorry. That's what it's called. Epigenetics is what they call it. And it's the study of how stress and horrible situations and things like that can actually affect people genetically on a genetic level. So, for example, using the American situation as the example. So, being that we had so many generations born under slavery, that the stress and depression and the struggle of all of that did in some way affect us genetically. It made us more resilient. It made us, and I'm not saying that to say it all was negative. In some lights, the adaptations that you have to acquire in those kind of situations are beneficial. They help you survive.
Yeah.
But of course, with that, there comes some negatives. And even in white people, they've seen the same
Thank you.
kind of thing, because even though their role has been as the oppressor, it has affected them genetically as well. Even in populations that came after the Holocaust in the Jewish population, they noticed some of these same changes genetically, that happens to people when they live. Underwent different changes, but it's been proven that it can make certain genetic changes. And I think, if we can get to the point where we can acknowledge that you have to do some healing for that kind of trauma.
Thank you.
We came out of slavery and it was just, okay, now work. Wait a minute, you just killed my husband. You just, slaughtered my children or sold them off and I don't know where they are. And you just want me to go to being normal? Huh?
And then it's not your normal.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you
You
still
have to adapt, and it's still not.
It's
They
Yeah.
want you to perform in a normancy, and it's not.
you're
You're
still
normal.
stuck in a world where you got to deal with Jim Crow, the Ku Klux Klan, and everything else. It's amazing in some respects that the Black family has held on like it has. When you really think about what the Black family has been put through, even in just the last generation or two, when you look at the welfare situation, when it was more beneficial for women to kick their husbands out and raise their children by themselves financially, I'm speaking financially beneficial for them. Kick your husband out, divorce him,
Right.
make him pay child support so you can get government assistance. You know what I'm saying? And this was a plan that was enacted in order to break up the Black family.
That was a question I was going to ask. Ms. Pierce, was it like part of your belief is it the child welfare system in this country?
No, it is not.
Helping out disintegrate this family. It is.
Now, it may be a contributing factor for those who are lazy, and also those who, as Brother Jam just mentioned about, I am familiar with traditional, my mother was on welfare and the daughter, I'm familiar with that.
Right.
And I also see that as, I see it as a killer. And we don't really realize it. And what I mean by that, I've also looked at some of those same mothers or women who are on assistance. And so that means across the board, they get their medical assistance. They get whatever the handouts are, that's what they get. And I've seen several of them go to the hospital for treatment. But I can also say that those women who were young women are deceased now. So I think that we're still being practiced on, experimented on, and see that, right? Okay, a few extra dollars for you to kill me.
We the American test dummies. I thought you said.
Well, see, that should stop. It should end.
Of course.
This is my goal. The goal of the book is to help us to see that we all need each other, and especially. But again, now for the Black man, now this is my personal thing, which all of it is pretty much, if it's not about God or, something that's written, but I believe that the Black man is at his limit. I don't think there's any respect left for him. I don't think that there is any coverage for him without the black woman changing her mind about she doesn't need him. Yes, she does. Yes, we do. He needs her and she needs him.
I'll attest to that. We definitely
And we
don't.
have allowed the propaganda to cloud our minds and our reason for each other. We need each other.
But I
And we
think, like he was saying, I think that it is, like you said, it is a contributing factor because once the black male was removed from the family, we did adopt a certain mindset where, I can make it without him. And I think it's just years of that, and I think it was systemic. I think it was part of the whole political process to remove the male from the beginning, because we know if without the head, of course, the body is weak, and so even from slavery, trying to break him down, trying to make him submit when he's supposed to be the head of a household, the model of our strength, the leader in our household, and to break him down, and then to remove him. And yes, I think part of receiving benefits from the government without him being there, because why isn't the system set up where she can receive the same benefits if he's there, if he's present?
well, see, there are other things.
So
Again,
that's
going-
what you blame that more on the black woman. That she's also contributing to putting this black man down. Like everybody else.
She's unknowingly a contributing factor, and I again can speak on that because I was once one of those women. I remember on numerous occasions saying, "You can't tell me what to do. I make more money than you." But see, again, I played into it. But again, thank God for light. I'm in the light, and I recognize, even though that was a whole nother ball game as far I was married and everything. But again, it never should have been said. But now here's the other thing: he was lazy. but I'm saying,
It needed to be said to him.
it needed to be said.
Okay, wait, hold on. The thing that I love most about Miss Pierce here, and I'm sorry, I gotta say this, but she don't hold nothing back. She gonna tell you the 100% God honest truth.
That's what we put in. We don't know.
And she don't play around with no filter. She gonna tell you like it is. Like no, on a real note, this dude, he was lazy. Yeah.
He was.
I love you so much.
We get it like
Yeah.
that. Right.
Now, I do want. I want us. I'm sorry, brother. Let's go ahead.
No, I was
Okay. See, I don't want us to dismiss the fact of we cannot dismiss the bottom line. See, now I can make my book current, but my book is not current. My book is outdated, or my book is traveling down the road that has long been traveled. Are we allowing ourselves to forget that this has always been the goal of the enemy from the beginning of time when sin came into the world? It's always been the goal to destroy the male children. How are we forgetting that's the goal? And why are we not putting up a defense to prevent it from happening? It has been overcome in other eras. Why can it not be overcome in our era? I remember when Sister Mathematician, and we had that Taboo Tuesday, and the situation came up whereas we have not allowed ourselves to really, as you say, I give it up, just honestly, I don't know another way. I'm too old to keep stuff in. I'm not going to hurt anybody's feelings. I am aware of feelings, but also if it's the truth, it's always been my motto. If the shoe fits, I'm not talking to anybody, but if the shoe fits.
Or as they say, the hit dog, the holler.
All right, all of that.
You know
All
what I'm
of
saying?
that.
Yeah, because if you feel it some type of way,
Yeah.
It might be
Stay out.
it might be hitting a little close to home.
Yeah. But my overall goal is to help us, to help ourselves. Now we've done everything. That was established on Untitled Tuesday
Right.
when we were here, and the young brother was asked, "Well, what would you do?"
Right, I remember that.
And you remember, and I mean, I was kind of overriding and talking, but he was still saying that that was his bottom line. Everybody's dead. What do you want me to do? What are you expecting me to do as a man? Now he didn't say it with that vigor,
Right.
but I'm sure he might have wanted to. You
Sometimes
know?
that's how we feel on the inside.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, so would it be safe to say that, because we've kind of talked about several different aspects of the problem here, but would it be safe to say that this is not a magic bullet kind of situation?
No.
There's not just one issue that is assaulting us on that family level. We have a multitude of issues.
Lack of education,
We know that, look,
lack of love,
the education system is
Lack
is
of
a
self-love.
whole nother thing.
self-love. We don't have it.
But if you,
That's
honestly,
why it's easy for me to kill you.
Right.
That's why it's easy for me to talk about you. And I don't love me, so
but when you have and having raised kids and even hearing from teachers about other students that they're having to deal with and the things, the students are telling them. Kids go to school, they tell everything.
Yeah.
They tell everything. And the teachers would actually talk to me because my kids behave so well at school. They was like, "Oh, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that we have to deal with." And it'd be situations where you could tell the parents really just had not taught these kids
Right.
basic right from wrong. I get we all may approach discipline, all of these other issues that come along with parenting differently. Not even passing judgment on that aspect, but when my kids attended their first day of school, they understood their ABCs, their 1, 2, 3s.
Yes.
They understood their colors and this and that and the other. When my kids got to school, the teachers thought they were geniuses because compared to everybody else in the classroom,
Right,
they didn't know those basics. And I was like,
And that shit starts at home. You got to teach that at home.
Yes.
So they go off and learn it from someone else.
and my kids had the benefit of having at that time both parents in the household, and they thrived. I mean, realistically speaking, we've been dealing with the breakdown of the black family for, I was going to say decades, but actually no, it's been centuries.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just like I say, a lot of times about a lot of subjects having to deal with America specifically, we're new at this. You can say, yeah, we originally came from Africa, but we don't know those traditions. We don't have those
Right.
that culture to fall back on. So we're basically having to create our own as black people in this country. So we haven't got this figured out yet.
Yeah. And did you know that we're the only race of people in America that America doesn't really want or need anymore that cannot be deported?
They can't give. That's
They-
what I had read.
they-
That was the problem. They can't. They can tell everyone else in America, take your ass back to where you're from. But they can't tell black people that.
American than they are. We blood,
Exactly.
our literal blood and skin has built this country. And the reason that, going off on a tangent, but the reason that America is so powerful is because it had 450 years of free labor.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
The fortunes that were amassed when our people were enslaved, those fortunes are still in existence
Still
today.
in existence. Exactly.
So yeah, you can become a world power when you got that kind of money to throw around. But I digress.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. So where do we start to fix it?
Well,
Start gluing this family back together.
that has been something that I have really talked to the Spirit of God about.
Okay.
And this is what I got. Since everybody else has gotten killed, and most of the goal to separate us has been accomplished. We live everywhere. So we've been divided. We've been separated. God is a God of unity, not division.
Right.
And God did not bring the COVID. COVID separates, not put you together. But anyway,
All right.
COVID isolates. Like you
thank
by
you.
yourself.
Yeah, that's
Away from your
demonic. It's
family.
how could you even say that's of God? But anyway, the thing that I have come up with, and I do believe it was inspired, is to get a petition. No more marches, no more protests. What did we get from them? Killed and all kinds of other stuff, but it doesn't cost you anything to sign it from your home.
True. Nowadays, you can do petitions online.
So that's the only thing, and I'm talking about a serious petition. I'm not talking about somebody getting 100 signatures. I'm talking about something like the Million Man March that never came to fruition as far as what you said you were going to produce for the black male in America. He was going to be able to go to every city and benefit. Well, and why is nobody calling him? Well, but I'm telling you, America, for all of the crimes that they have done, they have murdered, they are kidnapping, number one.
So you want to follow in the footsteps of
I want to follow in whatever's going to be right.
Human rights charges.
That's we
That-
got we're the ones with the big stick. That's never gonna happen. The UN will not.
Where we are the UN's biggest enforcer. So
That will never happen. I mean, I feel what
We
you're
can
saying.
try it.
It's something that we,
But you know
what? It's worth a try.
and
if you get enough names.
If we got politicians that saying they working on reparations, I see something even greater than that. But again, why can't we at least make an attempt?
Right.
I agree. I agree. We could definitely make the attempt. It would be interesting to see if we could get. You know what?
It would show we're all on the same page.
I
How many of us-
believe that's
how many
the
of
only
us are on
unity
that page?
that we have left. That's the way I see it. Until the second coming of Jesus, and He is coming back. Are you ready? But I am. But serious.
Mhm.
You know, it's a serious matter that we have.
Definitely.
I know they do.
I know damn well I do.
But you know, now bringing it up to date, I saw this. I'll say in my age, in my era, I say I'm a baby boomer. But I saw it coming up. You know, well, y'all don't know, but you kind of know. When you go to the little sock hop,
Okay.
and
I remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, little sock hop.
You do
And-
not remember that. You've
Nah,
seen that.
He had,
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying I've been to one, but I'm familiar with the term.
okay,
Yeah,
you got the sock hop going on.
We had one in the middle school one time, I think.
Kind of like that. You go to the sock hop, you know, the girls on one side of the room, the boys on the other. Eventually, a boy gonna come over and get a girl. They gonna dance and stuff. But after a while, that started fading out. And this is how I believe that a spirit. See, Mama E, that's what they call me sometimes. But I like Queen Mother. I'm Queen Mother over here. So
Exactly.
so Queen Mother is real spiritual because she had a spiritual encounter. But I'm telling you, I saw the girls, I saw things change, and I'm thinking this is the spirit of how homosexuality, lesbianism, I saw it creeping in because the girls got tired of not being able to have a dance with a guy. She's like, you know, forget it. Hey, girl, come on, let's dance. I'm serious. That
But you're saying that's because the girl was pushing us away.
no,
Because we
I'm
were
saying
afraid to
that
go
the
to it.
girls were they wanted to be embraced, so they settled for what they could get, and that was embracing from another woman or another dance.
I think that comes from. I mean, if we move the sock
sock
thing
hop, yeah.
into a more contemporary version, it would be the male. They're being removed, so we no longer have those partners available to dance with. So we're settling for the substitute, which is another woman.
Or I can do this without that man.
Mm-hmm.
Do it on my own.
Connection and all.
Yeah.
Well, I would disagree with the actuality. We can go down that road on another show.
Another topic.
But I would disagree with that aspect of it. But I would agree Dang it. And I lost my train of thought.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Say why you disagree.
Well, okay. When you really understand the idea of homosexuality, and that's a better tool. No, I think it could apply in a broad sense. But either way, okay. So homosexual. So that whole thing, it's not about an all. I mean, don't get me wrong. You may have some people who participate in opportunistic homosexual behavior. Everybody else locked up but men. Women ain't got nobody else locked up but women. Everybody wants to get their rocks off in some form of fashion. You're gonna take what's available. In a situation like that, that's gonna happen. But in a real world situation, most people who choose to be either lesbian or gay or whatever you want to call it, it's not about the heterosexual partner. That's just what they prefer.
There's some
Right.
that are really truly believe that they're born homosexual, and then I think and in that sense I wouldn't even call them a homosexual when their choices when their choices are limited and they begin to veer and choose someone of the same sex because of their situation.
Yeah. And I can speak on
and
that
I don't
too.
think, and there's a lot of women that I know who have same-sex partners, but being it was just
It's
okay.
about
Well, that
love.
person fits where I am right now, and that's a real thing.
But that might be sad too.
Yeah,
But again,
because
now I
Just
remember
feeling that void.
when my marriage broke up. Well, it wasn't finalized or anything, but my marriage was broken. I went into a marriage I thought it was going to last forever.
Right.
That's how I went into it. But after a few years, I'm realizing, hey, he's not in it like I'm in it. So it did end, but I remember that space in time kind of going to what you were saying, but I think it's also a determining factor of the person. Because really, when we look at life, this planet is run by spirits. And so again, there's going to be the positive or the negative all of the time in operation. And during this time period, now I don't really even know how I got there. And see, that's what I'm gonna call it. They want to call it sin. That's what sin will do, or that's what wrong will do. You'll find yourself in a position like, how did I get here? But I remember having relationships with other women, but that also, and I said a little rough too, but that's how I know I'm a woman, because I don't want no woman. There's nothing that a woman can do for me. Sure, she's got the touch. She's got she got all of that. But she doesn't have the main factor.
Right,
She doesn't have the masculinity. She doesn't have that which was intended to be. So
And
again,
definitely, because I mean, I myself am a heterosexual, proud heterosexual male. I prefer women specifically because I like the qualities of women. But that's a whole. I could have a whole nother hour just talking about how much I love women. But that's a whole nother conversation.
yeah.
But the point is that you can, just like you came out and you're hardwired in a way to prefer men,
no,
and I'm hardwired in a way to
For
prefer
sure.
women.
for sure.
That is our natural state of being.
And
For some people, when it comes to the subject of being gay, lesbian, whatever you want to call it, that is just their natural. They came out hardwired to have that preference.
I think, brother Jam, seriously. I mean, and although I it's just me. I think it's a lack of love. I think it's talking about looking, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for love wherever I could get it, because here I am in a situation that this is not working out. Why doesn't he want me?
Right.
What's wrong with me? So and it, every now and then he'd hit me too. I don't even know nothing about this. What is this? So go ahead.
And please, and just in case anybody does want to call in and join us on this conversation, 281-968-1029. It's scrolling across the bottom of your screen. I know some of y'all out there got to have an opinion on some of what we're talking about. So please feel free to give us a
I
call.
wanted to ask you, other than the petition, what should black women do?
Black women, I think that we should get together and begin to discuss our symptoms, our problems. Just, okay, well, no, I don't. What is the problem? Or she may be the problem. It may be she's had a good guy and he's too this or he's too that. He's too nice. I know the girls that have the good guy that gives them everything, and that's not the guy they want.
I seen that.
So
That's what
right
I was
there.
thinking, because I remember one time at a laundromat, I had an argument with a girl. She was on the phone talking loud. I went trying to overhear, but couldn't help it. Man, all about no good men and men ain't this and men ain't that. And I said, you know what? I wasn't, butting in on your phone, but you were speaking loud. There's a lot of good men out
Yes,
there.
there
Y'all just don't
Yes.
want these good
Yes.
men.
Yes.
Because what is it? Oh, he's too good. What the fuck is too good? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm too good to you? What, you want me to slap you around and shit? Well, guess what? That's not me. Sorry. So that's what
Yeah.
you want. Go find that
That's
somewhere
right.
else.
That's
But then you're
right.
going to find yourself looking for me later. And it's too late now. I done found one that said, oh, this guy's
Yeah.
good. I like
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
that's what I'm,
Yeah.
that's not, and she just shut the hell up, turned around and looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, no, you don't have no clue what you're talking about. You're picking the
Well, a
wrong
lot of
fucking
women
dude.
have lists, and if the guy doesn't, fulfill what's on their list, and then they can
Not making the
easily,
checklist,
yeah,
right?
they can easily be missing out on a good guy because well, he didn't fit on that part of my list. And I attended an event this weekend on Sunday called the Billionaires Brunch, and it was celebrating Black men. We're in a room full of successful Black men, but if you did not dig into their backstory and know that there was a big part of these men who had been in prison, had been incarcerated, but they're successful. So they're showing the face. So I think as women, to answer your question, as Black women, because there are good men, just because whatever they did in their past, they did in their past. If we are there to truly be their helpmeet, to complement them, I think we can use our resources. If we are making the money, if we are established, if that man wants to, because the government has already put those strikes on his back where
That's right.
you can't get a job now that you have. So
They
why
want
don't
to
why don't we
You can't
invest
get
what
on
we
a
have
apartment.
in helping them establish a
sad.
business
Right.
or become an entrepreneur so that they can get back on their feet and reclaim their position in the household? I think it's not enough Black women who are doing that and giving those men opportunity and saying, "Oh, you've been in prison, yeah, I don't want to talk to you." But a lot of them do come out rehabilitated,
Yeah.
more
Lot of
educated.
lives,
Yeah, they learn. They're educated. They probably been in there reading about or learning about how to operate a
Some of them
business.
come out with degrees.
Yes, and with degrees. So I was like, I'm impressed. I'll take somebody that.
So that
if they willing to treat you right.
right, so that plays in a part to where we're brainwashed. So these women that they're not even giving this man a chance, even though
Right.
he knows he ain't gonna get no job. So I'm not trying to. Maybe if you help him, you can get a job. Maybe you
Exactly.
push him along. Help him
Right,
along.
right,
If
right.
you got the research, don't be scared because you just might find somebody that'll push you both together. Next thing you know, you got everything you ever wanted and a man. So I guess
We
those are
have
the
been
things. So like she said, I guess that's what
brainwashed.
women need to do: get that stereotype because we stereotype ourselves.
I'm thinking that this podcast is going to help get the message out to Black women, but women, period. But Black women especially, because that's where the problem is right now. And I think that she doesn't even realize how she has been brainwashed. I really don't believe that she knows the depth of what has conspired to get her in the position that she's in. Plus, the other things that we haven't really given much attention to is how the neighborhoods, when the freeways came, they came through the white neighborhoods, which we also bought. So again, here comes the freeway, and the government, which we don't hear about that often, but the government gave most of the white folk, poor, low white folk, they moved them, gave them loans so that they could go to the suburbs or to the other places. And that's where we came in, living in the hood.
But and like I said, I can talk about education if you want to, because now when you base the school's funding on property taxes, but then you build the school in a low property tax
Oh.
district, what do you expect?
All right.
Then of course the kids who live in the more expensive parts of
Are gonna
town
get the better-
are going to get the better education.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not by accident, that's by design. So you're right, yes, it's definitely systemic. So
Yeah.
you know, there's so many factors that go into really giving us a hard time and creating a struggle for black families. There's issues for the black males, there's issues for black women. None of us are perfect. You know, we definitely
We
have a
need
lot of
each
things we
other.
need to work on. We definitely need to work on it. And honestly, like I said before, even when and I've been divorced now since 2014, I believe. So I had the opportunity to raise my kids for 14 years with my ex-wife, and then for the last few years of their, getting to 18, that kind of stuff, the last few years without her. And the difference in how that dynamic changes when you no longer have that balance between the male and the female.
All right.
Oh, I can speak on it.
That's what she says. We need each other.
But yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
definitely need each other. So I do understand that, and even though we weren't, like a hostile relationship,
Yeah.
when that balance is removed from the other, without having that other parent there,
Yeah.
it really makes a
It
difference.
makes it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to wrap this up, y'all, and I'm so sorry because I'm having such an enjoyable
Queen Mother
conversation
be
with y'all.
back,
But
Queen Mother be
yeah,
back.
oh, she gonna come back. She gonna come back.
But anyways, everybody, don't forget on Amazon, pick up her book, Black Men, Are They No Good? If so, it is the black woman's fault. And you can get this on Amazon, right, Queen Mother?
Yeah, and you can also get it on my website and everything.
On her
But
website, yeah, and then
H-U-L-L.
Hull.
okay, and we'll
House.
make sure to put that in the description so they can click there. You said they click there and go from there. If anybody has a book they want to come out, they can go there and see what's
Right, as well. Send me a message on the website, and I'll get back with you. If you have a book that you've already published and you simply want the book to be featured in the bookstore, I will get it in there.
Yeah.
Or if you need help with publishing your book, you have had this book for years and you need someone to help you birth it, I am here for that as well.
I just thought about Vonda Berry.
Oh,
in
yeah,
her
that-
book.
She
She did a graphic novel.
She has a.
And
It's
it's
down there actually.
we'll show you after the show.
And it's everything on there. Like I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate. So if you, I have mystery, I have coloring books, I have journals, I have romance, I have self-help, I have inspiration, I have children's. So every type of black author is featured.
Why the kid in me got excited when she said coloring book? I was like,
Yes, have adult coloring books.
Okay.
Yes.
But okay, thank y'all so much for joining us, and we're gonna put links up for both sets of information in the description of the video. So when you go back and check it out, the links will be there. But we do really appreciate y'all sitting here and having a conversation with us. I mean,
And those out there that was here with us.
yes, we appreciate our audience and thank y'all for your feedback in the chat. We do appreciate it.
I'm Brother Los.
Brother Jam,
For the black hand.
With
We
the
are the
Daily
biggest-
Smoke, and we're out.
peace.
Peace.